everyone watching, and welcome to our first media session as part of our International Age Diversity events. I'm Louise, and in this session we will be exploring and discussing some global challenges and opportunities of to ageism, focusing on insights from different regions and perspectives. And I'm excited to introduce our panel today. Joining us from Diagonal is Anna and Veronica. From an amazing age inclusivity charity in Argentina. And of course, we're also joined by Steve, our CEO of Age Diversity Forum, and I will hand over to him.
Thanks, Louise, and welcome, Veronica and Anna. It's lovely to have you with us today. The International Age Diversity Day, this is now our 6th year of doing this, so it's still quite new. But each time we found that we're beginning to widen the reach, widen the awareness of the age agenda. And what we've seen a lot over the last 6 years is more international recognition of the age agenda. So again, it's great to have you guys come and join us today from Argentina. We introduced International Age Diversity Day to really raise the profile of the age agenda in the workplace, not just to address the challenges, but really to show the opportunities and the solutions that can be gained from having different generations in your workforce. We know that the age agenda is becoming much more important on a global scale, with all populations across all continents. People are living longer, birth rates are falling in some countries. So the challenges around all the economies surrounding age is really prevalent right now. And what we're here to help as the Age Diversity Forum, and I know the Diagonal team, is about helping people and business really benefit from having that understanding of how having different generations with different knowledge, different experiences in the workplace can really be beneficial to the whole workforce. So yeah, welcome everyone who's watching today, and I'm going to hand back to Louise.
Thanks, Steve. Welcome again, Anna and Veronica. Thank you for being here with us. Firstly, could you please tell us a bit more about your organisation and also some challenges that you see older workers facing in Argentina?
Yes, thank you very much. We are very glad to be in here and talking about this theme that is very, very important, as you say, is in the global agenda. Well, as you said, Diagonal is an NGO based in Buenos Aires, Argentina, and we have been working with people over 45 years old to develop their skills to have better employment. With this, we work with different activities. We work with companies and also with people over 45. We know what we identify in our years of working with this issue is that, well, as you said, also life expectancy is around 80 years old, so it has changed, and we have to focus on that. And also, we also see in a study that was carried out by Women, that like 68% of recruiters in Argentina didn't hire a person over 55 years old. So also in this study, they also mentioned that 55 take into account their age when they hire people. So this is very important because for 55, it's in Argentina, it's a very high number because they take into account, they exclude people with this age to have an opportunity of a job. So, and also it's very interesting in this study that 10% of the recruiters said that they don't hire them or they don't take these people into account because there are some bias and prejudice, such as people over 45 don't manage technical tools, digital tools. Maybe they don't want to work with or have a younger boss, or their salary are going to be higher than we expect. So all these tendency exclude opportunities to people over 45 or 55 years old. And something interesting that I would like to add to this data is that in Argentina in 2023, 78% of employers in Argentina report that they have difficulties in hiring people. So here what we see is that some companies state that they can hire people because, well, they can find them, not younger people, no older people. And that's why we think that we have to have a mind change on this, no? Not to focus when a company or an organization wants to hire someone. We have to change our focus. We have to rethink the recruiting model. It doesn't work anymore as it used to. So maybe the invitation is to put the focus on the expertise, the capabilities, the values of that person, and not the age in this case.
Sorry, Anna, if I may just pop in there. I was nodding away there because all of those challenges you mentioned about particularly around the numbers of older people not getting the opportunity for a job, the stereotyping of how people think about, you know, they don't want to work with a certain person, and that last thing you just said about employers finding it difficult to find the right skills and experience that they're looking for is because they're not looking in the right place. And there are all of those situations that you mentioned there that you experience in Argentina are exactly the same here in the UK, are exactly the same in most developed countries. And I think, just to echo what I was saying at the beginning, the international opportunity around inclusion through the age lens is there's so much opportunity right now. We need to keep raising the profile and get people to grab this opportunity. Sorry, I was interrupting you.
No, it's great. It's great what you're saying. Yes, and we think in Diagonal that what can we do? Because we are just describing the context, but we are change makers. So we can do in our different roles that we have, we can change this mindset, the way we see people when they want to apply for a job, and something that we want to share with you and what we see when people over 45 come to Diagonal, something that we invite to raise awareness is that sometimes people over 45 exclude themselves. No, it's what we call self-exclusion. Maybe they think, well, I'm not going to apply for this job because I'm too old. Maybe this company has a younger culture, so I'm not going to mix well with these other generations. So this is important to identify. Sometimes people over 45 doesn't realize that they are about this self discrimination. So this is something that is important. Another thing that we see is that not only people over 45, we have to train ourselves in digital tools, develop our emotional skills, work also in, well, reskilling, upskilling, develop our networking. We have to tell everybody what we are doing, what do we want to offer, and this is very important. Contacts, networking. It's not only to have a nice curriculum or a nice profile in LinkedIn, but we have to work a lot. We have to train, we have to tell everybody or tell our network what we are looking for, what we want, what we can offer to a company, or so this is also very important to have.
Anna, absolutely. And again, sorry to jump in again, but just everything you're saying, we recognize. Giving confidence to that individual to be able to network, because as you say, most jobs aren't actually advertised. If an older person finds himself needing to get back to the workplace, we need to give them the confidence and the employability skills to be able to tell their friends, tell their former colleagues, this is the situation I'm in. Sometimes they might be embarrassed, sometimes they might be confident about telling their story. But if they do, they can really highlight their value and their skills within that network. And you never know who's listening, who might think, you're just the person that we're looking for.
Yes, that's right. And as you said, we have to give everybody the opportunities. Diagonal is like what we all sometimes say, we are like a bridge. We connect. We try to connect the person with a company or the organization that needs that profile in their company. So we have to work in that. And also, as you said, it's important that people can work in their self-esteem, because sometimes when you are any age, not only 45, sometimes younger people also think that they are useless because they are, or too young because they don't have experience, or too old because they are old. So I think that as not only in Argentina, in the world, we have to rethink how we see people and try to guide them or accompany them in the emotion, in this kind of emotional things, because they are very important. We think it's not only the technical to have how can you say, how to develop the technical part when you are looking for a job, but also it's very important to work with your emotions, your emotional skills. So it's very, we have to focus on this, and also with the companies or organizations too, that have to be aware of how to change their culture in order when you select or they need to hire someone to focus or to amplify their search, looking for expertise, abilities, and also thinking how to give opportunities, because we also work with companies that sometimes we have an ambassador, internal ambassador there that says, no, I think this is great, we have to do this. And maybe the leaders of that organization, they are not, they need like more time to see, I'm sorry, like this. Wait.
Take your time. Whilst you're taking your time there, I just want to echo the what you're describing, where we have the support for individuals around their technical competence, but also their self-esteem, their self-worth, given the confidence. We can do as much of that as we can, but if we do not have companies that are thinking about these people in terms of where I can recruit, then we're not going to be successful in bringing those people back to work. So we have to balance the equation of the individual versus the company, and educate the company on why they should be looking at older people who do feel left out, particularly if they've had a bad experience of being made redundant, or they've lost their job for some reason. We need employers to be considerate and understanding of the benefits they can achieve by employing the people that you're helping. So yeah, that's something we've learned as an organization, that we need to work probably as hard on the employer as helping the individual. because we need the employers to be part of the change, part of the change of culture, change of behavior, change of business practice that enables them to find the right people that they're looking for. You okay now, Anna?
Yes, sorry, I have like my throat was well, sorry. Yes, it's, as you say, it's very important that all the actors, we have to change. It's not only people over 45, it's not only government, it's not only companies, and this change also needs time. No, we always say that Diagonal has been working on this like more than 20 years, and this age diversity puts recently like 3 years ago, yes, 3 years ago, is in agenda. So you say, well, we were working like a lot because we and right now, as we mentioned, that life expectancy is changed. There is a development in silver economy. So there are other issues that work for us, or for this issue that we work on. And it's very important to rethink all this, to give opportunities to everybody, younger, older, because the value in the is not in the age, it's not in the nationality, it's not where you live, it's in first because you are a human, and then because you have experience and values and different capabilities.
Absolutely. I think, Louise, suffice to say, we're seeing very common challenges that Anna's describing there in Argentina to what we see in our work.
Yeah, I completely agree. Thank you, Anna. That was very informative, very interesting, and it's definitely inspiring to know that you know, a company all the way across the world from us is you know, advocating for the same thing as us, and it's about time that we shine some light on age diversity and inclusivity, as it's obviously a very important topic. Now, if we don't mind moving on to the conversation, recently you have told us that you've been working on a project, and I was wondering if you could discuss a bit further on that topic.
Yeah, thank you, Louise. First of all, let me say that I'm really delighted to be in this conversation, in this new edition for the International Age Diversity Day. So thanks for that. And yeah, let me tell you how this project was born. This is something we started to see in Diagonal some months ago, and that was a difficulty to respond to people 45 plus that came to looking for some kind of help or support, that we couldn't answer or give them an answer on time and in the right way. So this is because there are lots of people coming to Diagonal, and because, of course, we work on usual days and with some kind of timetables. And so what we found is that people had to wait sometimes over a month to start with some program or some coaching sessions. And so that was not clearly what that person needed at that moment. That was very clear for us because, as Anna said, we'd been working with this population for many years. And therefore, we know that they arrive maybe upset or anxious, looking for a kind of quick answer. And so maybe they write to us on Friday night and they have to wait until the next week to receive an answer. So we saw that we had to improve our service. So that was the problem we were facing. And how was this idea, this new idea, how did this idea start to grow inside Diagonal? Luis Aragon, who is our lead innovator chief, started to see a great opportunity on artificial intelligence, AI, and because it started to expand very quickly and became almost accessible to everyone. So he suggested that we explore that path in order to see if we could find some kind of solution to the problem I mentioned before. So a team started to explore this idea of developing an AI expert assistant that could grasp all the experience collected throughout these 20 years of Diagonal working with this population. And so this is how Diagi, which is the nickname for this assistant, the name for this nickname of Diagonal, Diagi was born as an assistant trained to convey a kind of similar support that then provided through our coaches or professionals. And that is quite a challenge because we provide a very warm support, but at the same time, very professional. This is a kind of balance between being close to people, but at the same time, providing them with tools, with technical support, and all they need in order to go again into the labor market. So as this is, as I say, our main challenge in terms of, are we going to be able to give that support, that warm support throughout an AI assistant? So that is our big question nowadays. And we are at the stage of developing this, what we call an MVP, a minimum viable product. I guess you know that expression. And we, through this MVP, want to answer very few questions to see if we can move forward towards a bigger solution. So this big question is if Diagi can motivate people, can build this kind of trust link with people in order to motivate them and get them moving. As you may know, when they come to Diagonal, they feel very upset. They feel there's nothing else to do because they grow older every year. So as people, as there's this kind of ageism barrier to get into the labor market, they say, well, everything is going to get worse, so there's nothing I can do. So we have to change their mindset, as Caro said. We have to encourage them to get again the value of their experience, of all the capabilities they have developed over the years, and get moving. So this is what we are going to test throughout this minimum product we are developing nowadays. And we have been successfully going over some tests with our ChatGPT. And we want nowadays to move forward towards a more developed solution that takes into consideration some key aspects such as security, data management, and of course, user experience. So this is the next step we would like to move forward to. And something I want to share with you is that we are very happy as we have our first partner for the project. This is Accenture, which is a worldwide renowned company you may know. And Accenture has been working with us for many years now and throughout this age diversity agenda. And we are very happy to have them as partners because, as you may know, they are leaders in innovation in terms of diversity. And so we enjoy really a lot working with them and find it very valuable that they support us in this project as well. So what they saw as something interesting for them to support us is that, as you may know, AI has a cost, and therefore this solution may have, in the end, some cost for the participants. So they decided to provide us with grants for people with economic difficulties in order to be really open to anyone who would need to use the support of Diagi. So we are very pleased with this. We are moving forward and, of course, inviting other companies and partners to join us so that we can expand not only in terms of our offer. As I said, this is a minimum product nowadays, which is emotional support, maybe developing your attractive curriculum vitae and LinkedIn profile, but we want to expand for a broader solution that would include reskilling, of course, some digital abilities to make the gap, the digital gap a bit smaller, and of course, networking, supporting entrepreneurs 45 plus, and of course, inviting companies to be part of this new platform where they would offer job opportunities, learn about age diversity of all the things you've been commenting some minutes ago, sorry. And so it would be like a hub, a silver hub, we say, where this community interested in age diversity and age opportunities can come together and work towards a better workplace. And so is our vision, the future, and what we are aiming to get to.
Veronica, that sounds incredibly exciting. Just when we hear about AI and how it's used in today's world, maybe we wouldn't think about it being used in such a way. So it's a great, some great ideas that you've had, great innovation yourself to consider AI. Can I just ask, so is it intended to be very much a interactive experience for the individual, that they connect with it, they in a way tell their story, and then the AI mechanisms respond to that and give them that that feeling of confidence of you've got something to offer. Maybe you've been working in a particular sector for a long time, but you can transfer these skills maybe to another area. So is it very much the initial thoughts around that individual interaction?
Yeah, at first we are experiencing this kind of test of concept with this interaction with people, but what we aim to convey is a kind of much rich experience where there's not only an exchange, a conversational exchange, but also a set of activities that the DIAGI, the AI assistant, would propose to that person in order to start doing something. And going back to the problem I mentioned at the beginning of my conversation, that is, maybe you connect DIAGI on Sunday evening, and you say, oh, I'm really upset, I'm looking for a job, what can I do? So you can start doing something at that time, in that precise moment when you're looking for help.
Yeah,
so
that individual gets some response back to know that there's someone there for them, there's someone listening to them.
Yeah, not only listening, but also, well, let's start working. Do you want to start now? We can start with doing these activities, and then we can move forward to these other activities. So it's like a mixture. I'm not technical, so sorry if I say something wrong, but it's a mixture between this conversational exchange and some, let's say, like using like platforms for educational objectives, where you find activities and you come and go. And so this is something more rich for the user experience and for the takeaway of that person. They're going to take away some useful products, let's say. Not only comfort, but also some things that they are going to be useful for their research, for their job needs.
And it's fantastic to hear that you got such a global first partner as well. And I'm sure that one partner will bring other interested parties into the conversation. What I would say is, when people are watching this, we'll have your details so people can, if it's okay, and people can reach out to you to ask about this new program, because I think this could offer some change opportunity for many people. And I'm sure there's partners out there, both technical and from a business perspective, who may want to get involved. So I'm sure you'd like to hear from them as well. So that just sounds such a really innovative project that, as I said, maybe you would not normally align with, you know, the space that we work in, the inclusion space and supporting older people. I think just the very nature of it will raise interest and, you know, and maybe want people to start asking questions, maybe how they can get involved. So just fantastic, and of course, best of luck. And of course, we want to maintain connection about this as well, because obviously, as an organisation, we're very interested in this, in what you're testing and what you're producing as well. So so thank you for that. Thank you for that.
Yeah, well,
Louise, sorry. Oh,
no, just a last comment. We spend a lot of time thinking of the drawbacks of AI, and we wanted to focus on what that would provide us as a big solution to expand our work from Argentina to the world and to the people when they need, what they need, and how they need it. So we hope this works well for everyone, and really happy to receive comments and proposals for anyone.
I'm sure there'll be lots of people watching that want to know more about this. So thank you to Anna and Veronica for your comments today. Sorry, Louise, I'm taking over your space.
That's okay. Thank you so much, Veronica and Anna. It was really interesting to hear you talking about what's going on inside Diagonal and what changes you're making and planning on making in the future. I would just like to close off by saying thank you again, and also to everyone who's watching, a reminder that this is one of a few sessions that we will be doing for International Age Diversity Day on the 24th of September. And thank you to everyone who was watching. We hope this was interesting and informative to you. Thank you so much.